of all times, as well as those Illumined souls who have reached higher planes of being, both of whom assert that the inner nature of the all is unknowable. This must be so, for naught by the all itself can comprehend its own nature and being. Um, why are we frozen? Well, it looks like my laptop is frozen, but we're still going. What? Here, let me see if I can fix it because I won't be able to read the chat. Okay, there we go. All right, so interesting choice of words as well, because in my opinion, the ultimate unknowable is only unknowable because it's nothing, and nothingness is well. When we actually talk about the ultimate reality, as most of you guys that follow my channel know, nothingness is that ultimate reality to me. This is where the great paradox of the universe originated. It's why there's paradox in everything, because all of the other elements of the universe, all of the constituent parts, are reflections of this one thing and this one process. And so, we have this idea of nothingness becoming conscious. And so he gave a hint to this by saying that the inner nature of the all is unknowable, for naught by the all itself can comprehend its own, but the all itself can comprehend its own nature and being. So there is that hint that this ultimate reality is nothingness. That at the very heart of existence, it's nothingness. Well, I appreciate that. Those are very kind words, Harshit. I hope I'm not butchering your name too badly. Um, is that Egyptian? Uh, so the Hermeticists believe and teach the all in itself is and must ever be unknowable. They regard all the theories, guesses, and speculations. Uh, um, they regard all the theories, guesses, and speculations of the theologians and metaphysicians regarding the inner nature of the all as but the childish efforts of mortal minds to grasp the secret of the infinite. Such efforts have always failed and will always fail from the very nature of the task. One pursuing such inquiries travels around and around in the labyrinth of thought until he is lost to all sane reasoning, action, or conduct, and is utterly unfitted for the work of life. He is like a squirrel which frantically runs around and around the circling treadmill wheel of his cage, traveling ever and yet reaching nowhere. At the end, a prisoner still and standing just where he started. Well, if he gets to nowhere, then he's gone to the all, hasn't he? And I want to point out that I don't agree with every single word written in this book. And I think that if everything written in this book were absolutely correct, we wouldn't need to have this conversation. No matter how good things get, no matter how evolved the systems are, we have not attained to perfection. You will not find the absolute nothing that lacks any imperfections. Our job and our duty is to, take what our ancestors have left us and improve upon it. That's why we're here. It's part of the reason we're here, anyways. And so, this idea that the all is sort of unknowable and that our minds will just break down, and I don't believe that personally. I think that, in fact, the point of the universe is that eventually sentient consciousness will get to the point where it does know everything, and that will destroy the universe. And that is what happens right at the moment when the eye of Shiva opens and the universe is destroyed, as the Hindus put it. This isn't just my idea. This is something that I've noticed is pretty universal, and that's a very good practice, by the way, you guys. When you can find the stuff that's universally present in all of these, especially disparate systems. For example, when you see in the jungles of Borneo that a sorcerer is turning to the left, and you see that the Europeans have the left-hand path, and then you see that the left hand of Shiva is destructive, and then you have the coca leaf on the left of the Shuar shaman is the left-hand path. and it's the same. It's the same attributes, and not just that it's bad, but also the other attributes, masculinity, and sort of ego consciousness, and all of this, all the same attributes, on the same side. It's a remarkable thing, and it's one of the ways that the Illuminati, for example, that's one of the practices to attain to these higher states of consciousness, is to look around for all of this stuff and extract these things, because if you see these consistencies in totally disparate systems, there's a good indication that they are that's separating the wheat from the chaff, right? That you've really stumbled on something. Um, and the differences are all the falsehoods, by and large. So I'm just saying that when he says that we will always fail, I don't believe that. And yet, and still more presumptuous than saying that we will always fail, I guess, are those who attempt to ascribe the personality, qualities, properties, characteristics, and attributes of themselves, ascribing to the all the human emotions, feelings, and characteristics, even down to the pettiest qualities of mankind, such as jealousy, susceptibility to flattery and praise, desire for offerings and worship, and all of the other survivals from the days of the childhood of the race. Such ideas are not worthy of grown men and women and are rapidly being discarded. And of course, he's taking direct aim and shot at the Judeo Christian God, Jehovah, who is wrathful and jealous of other gods, even though he says he's the only God. How that's possible is totally beyond me. Um, you know what I mean? So this jealousy and temptation that is then punished. In the United States, even one of the most unfair legal systems well, up there as far as European countries go, we'll say that very unfair legal system. That's entrapment. They re-legalized it. It's true, but I'm just saying, like, even judiciary complexes or whatever, bodies were more fair than this supposed God. And so attributing all of these ridiculous human characteristics to deity or the all is clearly stupid, because we expect, enlightened or even highly religious people to conduct themselves in such a way that those attributes that are attributed to this God are not even present in their behavior. So how in the hell is the ultimate being supposed to exhibit these things that humans are not? It's not looked upon with favor for humans to do it. um Quite silly. uh at this point, it may be proper for me to state and make a distinction between religion and theology, and I would have said religion and spirituality, because these things are not the same. Between philosophy and